So I just watched the movie The Waiter. I didn't watch it while it was in cinema. Honestly, because AY does not really see me. I'm just going to be very honest. AY has funny enough always seen me, but I've just come to the knowledge and the realization that AY and I we have different tastes. We just have different tastes. Outside of 30 Days in Atlanta and a trip to Jamaica to a lesser extent, those are the two movies by AY that I can say, okay, I liked. However, you see that the Merry Men series, you see that Christmas in Miami, when I tell you AY and me, I said maybe we just have different tastes. Maybe he's just not a producer or a director that our tastes align. You know, some people that we just have in life, some people just have different tastes than you, and that is AY, which is fine. So I didn't go and pay money to see that the waiter. I'm not gonna like if you. I was even going to. But now it's streaming on circuits, and I said, you know what? Let me watch it. Because why not? Again, I'm just really in this mood and this new era of I'm just going to watch everything. I'm going to give everything a chance. I'm going to go in objectively, let the movie reveal itself to me. And after watching this movie, please, if you have watched this movie, what did you think? Before you even play anything further, you just go into your comments and you tell me what you think. And I will just talk now, talking with spoilers ahead. What was the head and tail of this film? Let me tell you something. I will start with the positives because I have positives. Everybody look good. The production quality is good. The camera, sweet camera. The lighting people. So as far as behind the scenes goes, the camera crew on our duet, people are looking good. People look good. The acting, we were picking just always cracks me up. Her way she's acting as basically herself. Not like she's acting as her actual self, but like the character is Rory Pickens' persona. So the way she speaks is always very funny to me. Her mother was in this, which she actually did a very good job. I could tell immediately that was her mother because they look so alike. Um, then Buchi Franklin also did a fantastic job with the script that he was given, which was to brings me to a point I want to make. You know what? As actors, I guess I go where there's a production. That is my job. I am an actor. And sometimes I guess you're an actor even receive scripts that the scripts get as CD. You just say, well, I guess me, I will bring my own self and I will elevate the script. Then hopefully this can get me other opportunities. Because Puchi Franklin in this too did very well. I saw him also in the Vincent Kim Adetipa production, To Kill a Monkey. Also, the other girl that was in this one too, that was in that one too. I was like, oh, you two, you did, yeah. And they both did well in this film too. I guess this movie too really showed them their acting prowess because they did what they could with this role. Now, let me get to the part two. Let me tell you something else. It is not enough to talk about the Nigerian plight, or not only Nigeria, anybody that is doing the story. It's not enough to come and tell us the people are suffering and times are bad because that is known. Right, that is like cheap applause to come and tell us, people they suffer and you're stealing from the masses. That will naturally get you applause because we all know that it's very obvious that politicians and the wicked people are really just siphoning money and like the everyday people are struggling. Just pointing that out in a film is not enough. The question now becomes, okay, so what then after that? And that is where this debater I ask. Because ultimately what the film ends up being is that, okay, at first we see this Tonye character, he's like the freedom fighter, he's here to steal, to take the money from the politicians and give it back to the regular people, and there's like what 300 million or something like that up for grabs, like he's going to take from the people, and he's giving everybody like 1 million, 1 million, 1 million. And the character that we are presented with is like a people's person. He's a fighter for the people. He's a Robin Hood character, and this is who we see for the majority of this movie, which I tell you, by the way, that there's just a lot of this movie that is just exposition, just talk, 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 talk. And again, it's just the same. You people have crumbled our nation, which as you're watching, of course, you're like, yeah, because this is just a matter of fact. Like, and again, cheap applause because yeah, we know that the things are bad, but what then? So, anyways, so we are watching this man who is this Robin Hood character, and he's, Tony is really, for the people, and he's giving everybody 1 million. Somewhere down the middle of the film, you now find out that Tony and his girlfriend, as much as they're doing all this, I don't know if it's 300 million or 300 trillion or billion, that is actually the budget, whatever. But basically, they are siphoning 100 $100 million for their own selves outside of all of this. So the Tony himself, that is the freedom fighter, is corrupt, which as a character, let me tell you something. The minute that thing happened, I said the only reason that the writers did this is because Akpos is the main character, right? Akpos is the hero. So once we have a villain that is kind of a Robin Hood, there's it's if Akpos works against him, then it's like Akpos is working against the people. So we have to do something to now dent his image so that he still remains the villain in this story. Because right now he's done the kidnapping of the politicians, but for the greater good. So we have to do something to smear him, which is why I guess they now say let him and his girlfriend suddenly just be also stealing 100 million for themselves. And I'm like, okay, so I guess even the Tony is corrupt. There's another person that now comes towards the end of the films and now tells Tony, is this thing you're doing good? How can you be stealing money for yourself? Tanya now offers that one. Oh yeah, you take 2 million. That one says actually no, I too want 50 million. So I said, so you too, you're corrupt. You too, you want the money. So and I said, so what is the head and tail of this film? Is this film just saying that everybody is corrupt at the end of the day and everybody just call your price and then because even some people that are like going against bad in this movie, like when the people like kidnapped the politicians, the people are like, oh, they are doing bad things, and then they receive the money, and they now go, oh, these people are doing well, which again is the like I get it. That's kind of like human nature, but at the same time, so what's the message? What's the point? What's the head and tail of this film? What is the point? Is the point of this whole film that we're all corrupt and give money back to the people? That message, okay. But then the Tony that is the freedom fighter is also still corrupt. At the end, he's now like he leaves his girlfriend that has now been caught by Toke Makinwa. And also, I guess there's another theme in this movie that is about, I guess, just people that go sending people to commit bloodshed while you're on the sidelines, because Tonye's men and the police people, they slaughter themselves at the behest of these leaders, Tonye and the other Kule Remi's very useless DPO, like police figure type person that just is very incompetent that tells these people to go into a bloodshed that they don't have to go into. So there's that as well. Okay, so the messages are clear. Bloodshed is led by people that that are not even in the ring themselves. Corruption is very real. Nigerians are suffering. The people are suffering. Okay, what now? It's not enough to just tell me and not say, okay, because that is very, again, cheap applause. Okay, we get it. Yeah, things are bad. The child, did they really do us bad thing? Okay, and and this movie doesn't give you any and then at the end there's supposed to be some kind of love story between Akpos and Regina Daniels' character. And can you guys know that nobody by force to do love story? If a character arc does not call for love story or a movie does not call for love story, there's no need for love story. And then there's some parts of it that's supposed to keep remembering, oh, this is a comedy, so they will now infuse some comedy here and there to varying degrees. Is better than at least some others that he has done. At least this one seems to have a more coherent storyline. But all I'm just telling AY is, please, next time when you're buying scripts, read the scripts and then ask the writer, so waiting be the head and tail. So what do the audience now? I'm not saying every film has to have a message, but in this type of one where you're like, okay, it's about politicians and you know something like this where it's about a Robin Hood character, why not make the Robin Hood character like corrupt himself? Then everybody around him is corrupt, so nobody is good. Nobody is good. That's the end of the film. And then even the Apostle, they save his mother and they it revealing the Robin Hood character now pays for his mother's treatment. So Apostle lets him go because into don't use money, close your own mouth. So nobody now is good. Nobody, all for not, all for all, just as he did. Money, now so he did. I don't know what the head and tail of this movie was. I really don't see what the point of it was, especially for the runtime 1 hour 44 minutes. And what now? So what was the point of this film? What is the head and tail of this film? Please let me know in the comments. Maybe I missed it, because if it's just, oh, Nigerians they suffer, we know that. Like, is this news that the common man is suffering? Is this news? What now? And then the Robin Hood character is supposed to be good is now also bad. So everybody nasty thief at the end. Is that the message you came to come and sit all of us down on Christmas period? Because this movie came out around Christmas period to come and tell us, oh, if you do not know who I am, my name is VDK. I make movie bingo cards, which you can find on my Substack, vdkfilmclub.substack.com, and I also talk about movies. Until the next movie that I watch and the next video I make, have a wonderful rest of your day. I am tired of talking about this movie and I want to go and eat. Bye.